What's up, y'all? So today I think is a really good day for me. This past week I had like a really huge revelation, and it just like opened my eyes to a lot about myself and this journey. And you know, I'm really excited. Like I'm really ecstatic about it because it's like to say that you know yourself or that you found yourself is like when you actually like do, it's like an understatement. Like, but there's, I don't know, it's almost too like a bittersweet thing in a way too. But I don't know, it's just crazy when you get on your spiritual journey, and like when you finally like start having those downloads, like that come to like that help you come to realizations about yourself. Like it shows you that the things that you go through, like in order for you to be able to really truly see yourself, like there's really a whole world that's set up out here to keep you from finding you, like to keep you from being able to like really truly love yourself, like really truly like know who you are and stand in that, you know. And that's, I think that's the thing, that's a turning point also. I feel like when you're on your spiritual journey and you finally understand why you went through everything you went through, and you see who you are through it, you finally find out who you are, you finally find out what this is, then you get to a point to where like you understand how truly alone you've really like always been in that. And like, but then at the same time, like you have so much compassion, like you know. And then when you look at the you that had to go through all of the things that it had to go through in order for you to come to this realization, you have, it brings you back to nothing but compassion. Like you just look at her and you're just like, she literally has no idea, you know what I mean? But on the inside, she's feeling all these things and she's thinking all these things and she's, you know what I mean? And you just look at yourself and you're just like, dang, man, like I can't believe I really was feeling this way about myself. Like I can't believe I was really, but I didn't know. And everything was necessary. Every single thing was necessary. Because without any of those things, like I wouldn't have been able to see who I am. And then I wouldn't have, and then the thing about it is when you understand why you went through all the things that you went through, you see that all of those things really was strengthening you, strengthening your gift. Like you are, you know what I'm saying? That validation, like you are that. Like you are your gift. Like your gift is you. You know what I mean? And that's the part, is like accepting yourself, accepting that part about yourself. Sometimes that can be the hardest thing to do, is to like truly accept yourself. That's why you have to like be willing to sit with yourself and remove the things that are not you and be honest and true to you and what feels right to you, and like be okay with that. Like let life flow. And like sometimes it's the most difficult thing to do as a seer, you know what I mean? As someone who can see, as someone who has like that gift, you know, like it's hard for you to do that because you're constantly analyzing things, you're constantly like feeling other people's emotions, you're constantly like, and then especially when you don't know that that is your gift, especially you don't even know what's going on, because your whole life that has been the thing. The whole life you have been feeling other people's emotions, and that has been the cause of how you have lived your life. Like that has your lens of life has been through other people's emotions, other people's energy that has been on you your whole entire life. So that's why you need to be alone. It's not because God is trying to punish you or anybody's trying to do anything to you. It's because, look, we've had it. We're at a point in time in our life where we need to finally find who we are. So when life starts to shift, when you ask that question, right? Because for me, it was like I had to ask that question. I had to sit up and say, life had to take me to a point to where it was like, okay, I desire to serve God still, but like this isn't the way I want to do it. Like I just don't want to do it that way, but I still have like a fire in me to want to serve God. And then at the same time, you also understand, like you start asking yourself like, well then what is my purpose? You know what I'm saying? And in order to know like your purpose, it's like you have to know who you are. And so like the first thing when you ask for your purpose is you have to go through the journey of finding out who you are. And then once you know who you are, then God can set you on your, then you'll know your purpose, and you kind of go from there. You know what I'm saying? And you just let it start to manifest itself. But like, it's really just about finding you and standing on you and being confident in the you that God made you, without having to be or do anything other than that. Without having to, you know, put on a face or hide behind anything or anybody. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to get this off my chest the way I'm trying to, you know, because for me, coming to this awakening, like, the thing that I have difficulty with the most is expressing myself, because that was something that was, I couldn't do. I couldn't voice myself in the way that I needed to, you know what I'm saying? And so because of that, I have to use my voice in order to release that. It helps me to release, it's going to help me release the energy that's not mine, and like, but transmute it into something positive for other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have a gift, when you have a gift and that gift has suppressed your voice is supposed to be the very same thing that you use to transmute the energy from other people. When you learn how to separate the energy from other people and yourself, like, that's how you have to learn how to transmute that energy, like, from your voice, you know, and give it to other people, like, but raise the vibration through your words. And like, you'll find your flow as you go. I'm learning how to find my flow. Like, this is, you know, it's not as uncomfortable as it was, you know, because there's all these things that you have to go through, like our perception, like how, like, you think people view you, how you think people perceive you, how you perceive yourself. Like, you know, you're questioning your own mindset all the time. But you know, when I think today is a huge starter point for me, because it's like, oh Lord, because it's like you get to a point to where you're just like, you know what, there's no more questioning myself. Like, I've been on point this whole time. Like, everything I went through fine-tuned my gift. You know what I'm saying? This whole entire time. So like, there is no need to second guess myself. I see exactly what I need to see. I know exactly what I need to know. And it's so funny that I'm saying that, because like, the transformation, I literally just saw a butterfly pass by. Like, the transformation of like a worm on the ground, like a, you know, a caterpillar, they only have like one view of something. You know what I'm saying? They're just going through this thing called life, you know what I'm saying? Until one day they have to go and be in a cocoon, and they have to turn into this goop on the inside of this cocoon and completely dissolve, and then build up into this butterfly that has to, once it pops out, I mean, it's so freaking beautiful, and it just flies around and it's able to see everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not limited to like one view of things. It can see everything, including, you know what I'm saying, down here. And so that's so crazy. That's the beauty of it. Because I remember when I kind of first was like set on it towards the end of December 2024 and the beginning of this year, I was at a park and I was thinking about that. I had heard like a podcast about the caterpillar and the butterfly, you know, and I was thinking to myself, like, this is one of those things that I dismissed about myself as well, was just understanding that, like, this is my thought process about it, you know. I was listening to their podcast and how they were perceiving it, but for me, this is how I perceived it, exactly how I explained it, you know, and I have to trust myself on that when I'm saying things like that. But that's for me. Might edit it out, I don't know. But yeah, there's a hornet next to me, so I'm trying not to, I don't want to have to hurt nobody. That's probably my cue to get up out of here. So thanks for listening to me, y'all. You know, this is just my channel for those that are starting their spiritual journey, for those that, like, you see that you see, you feel that you feel, but, and you know that you know, but like, you don't know what you see, you don't know what you feel, and you don't know what you know. Like, we're working on that. You know, this is the page where we're just, you know, we're working on it. Before I actually started this page, I still had no idea, but now I'm like, I know, but now I'm trying to understand other aspects of that too. So, you know, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, y'all.